All right, what's going on, guys? I'm KODS, King of the SIP, VP of the 49 Club in the South region. Man, I just want to talk to you 49er fans, man, real quick. I'm a 49er fan myself, of course. You can see that. Well, I probably shouldn't say that because a lot of people wear stuff and it doesn't mean anything. I'm a real 49er fan. Been diehard since '89. So that's about nearly 30 years. What's that, 28 years of being a San Francisco 49er fan. Wow, that's a long time to be a fan. And I'm not going anywhere, Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. But what I want to do is start off, and this is something that I'm going to do on a weekly basis because the San Francisco 49ers is something that I love talking about. So I want to share it with you all. Subscribe to my channel, KODS, or just King of the SIP, whichever one you want to put in, I'm going to pop up. You may see some of my old rap videos and things like that when I was, making a lot of music. But I don't really do that anymore. But I still write just other projects that I'm doing now. But for the people that have been asking me, though, about my music with the 49er video, it is coming. Let me wait till this 90-man roster get cut down to 53, and then I'll figure out who's good and who's not, who to talk about, who to rap about, and we'll go from there. But we're going to do it big with a nice big 49 red and gold video. It's going to be popping, down here in the South. That's how we do it. Shout out to all the Niner fans everywhere. I fellowship with a lot of you all from the West Coast and the Bay, Arizona, Texas, Florida, all of you chapters, Ohio, North Carolina. I've kicked it with everybody. I've seen them all. Whoever's going to be watching it, I appreciate you watching and listening. We're 49er fans, and I know a lot of times you hear fans of the same team. I know you hear the saying that they argue with fans of their own team more than any other team, and that's true. I've argued with more 49er fans than any other fan, Cowboys, Steelers, or whatever. But I don't really do that anymore. There's no sense in arguing. We're going to agree to disagree if that's how it is. It is what it is. But I want to briefly talk about, and weekly, I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, and then just talk about where the team stands, where we're at, coaching staff, players, people who are making impact on the game for us, people that's not making an impact. I'm going to talk about them. Whether you think it's positive or negative, I'm going to spit the truth. That's just how it is. I'm going to be brutally honest about whoever it is, no matter how much you like them or hate them. This is what I'm going to do. When you're welcome to comment, I will start live streaming this thing pretty soon. So we can, I can see your comments and I can see what you're thinking as far as what I'm talking about as we move along, as we're going at it live. But I just want to quickly touch on the game Friday night, 49ers at KC. We won the game. That doesn't really matter, though I could care less about that. But what I do want to touch on quickly is Rashard Robinson. There was a lot of talk about Rashard Robinson when the season first started. As soon as the offseason came, mini camps, OTAs, now training camp. Rashard Robinson is doing good. He looks like a number one corner, blah, blah, blah. And the first real live game, Alex Smith goes deep to Tyreek Hill right off the bat. And I'm thinking, wow, did he just get burned that bad, that quick? And then it happened again on another play, and then another stop and go. And he thought he was going to go deep, and he faked and he came back and he hit him. And then Reeser got burned on the other side. And, it just was like, man, this is kind of pissing me off. What's up? But you know what? We knew the secondary was going to be the weakest link on the defense. The front seven didn't look too bad. It looked pretty solid. We know it's going to be all right. We know there's depth there on that D-line. But if it's not top 10, will it be able to get the pass rush and help the secondary out at all? Really? I'm not sure. Rashard Robinson's got some work to do. This talk about number one corner, if he's the best we got, we're in trouble. Because even though Tyreek Hill is a speedy guy, and Alex Smith did put the ball where he needed to put it down the sideline, that's a few things that Rashard Robinson didn't do on that play that he should have done. So he's got to get some more games under his belt, I guess. I don't know how many games he played last year. Started maybe 6 or 7, I'm not sure. But he didn't start full 16 games. I think some kind of way he worked his way in as a starter. But, first of all, he didn't jam at the line of scrimmage. He didn't play back on the receiver. He played up. And then he lost that foot race. And he's been losing that foot race all throughout training camp against Marquise Goodwin. Other corners has been getting beat by Marquise Goodwin as well. But this is why I'm a little bit worried about it because, hey, I know this is just one play or a couple of plays in this preseason. But you've been getting lit up all through the training camp so far by another speedy receiver. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Hopefully the coaches are going to talk to him. They're going to watch film. They're going to get this right. But I do hope the Denver Broncos take a shot at him early, a couple of shots at him and Reeser, or whoever that other guy is, whether it's Reeser or Dante Johnson. I want to see what these guys are about outside. I hope Emmanuel Sanders, Demarius Thomas, and all those guys play, and Simeon, whatever his name is, takes shots deep at our guys so we can see how we have progressed from week to week and if we're going to be ready. Now, I do want to say some positive things about our safety. Lorenzo Jerome played good to me. I mean, I was very impressed, and I'm so impressed that if he does this one more week, I'm thinking that Jimmy Ward, when your hamstring is better, we may need to bump you back to corner because we're doing that bad outside. Rashard Robinson and Jimmy Ward outside, Kawan Williams playing the slot. If Rashard Robinson still doesn't get it on the second best receivers, when he's playing the B receivers, then okay, maybe we go with Jimmy Ward on the ones and Kawan Williams on the twos, and Will Redmond can fill in on the slot, and Jerome can stay back there and do his part because I don't think he did bad. I know it's just one game, but he got some good reps in. He's gonna have another good week of practice, I'm sure. And if he ends up playing again, if Ward's hammy is still not looking better this week, he won't play. And if we see this guy play again and he's solid, I don't know. But maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit with Rashard Robinson about bumping him out of the, number one corner position. But maybe he needs to be number two. Maybe Jimmy Ward needs to step back in. I don't know. And I'm only saying this because he's been getting beat all through training camp. And he got beat right off the bat in this preseason game. And we don't know if Jimmy Ward can play single high safety anyway. We don't really know. We haven't saw a thing. Unless you're in Cali and you were in the Bay and you went to one of those, Ward wasn't even there. So nobody had saw him play at the single high safety because the last time he actually lined up in practice, there weren't open practices yet. And he got hurt pretty soon as camp started. So nobody knows if he can even play it or not. I think they're just going with him because he seems to be the most athletic player back there. I'm not sure. That was his position in college. But I don't know. If he does it, cool, good, But we got to figure out what we're going to do with Jerome if Ward can step back in and take his job back because he looks like he can be a hybrid player then. If any guy that can play multiple positions in special teams, they got to find a way to keep them on the roster. That's all I'm saying. But I was impressed with the running backs, everybody except for Hyde. And, like I said, Hyde didn't really play. 2 carries, so there's nothing to talk about with him and Hoyer. But I was impressed with the running backs, the second string offensive line. I was impressed with C.J. Beathard once he calmed down and, things kind of settled in. I think he hung in there. He showed a lot of poise, and he threw a couple touchdowns. I was happy with him. The receiver, Kendrick Bourne, he did good. Aldridge Robinson got a good play. I enjoyed that. So, all in all, those guys played pretty good on the offensive side. The line did pretty good, especially with the run blocking. Joe Williams, man, that boy did good. Breda, he was all right. Raheem Mostert, he did good. He killed like the last 6-7 minutes of that final drive in the fourth quarter. He really ran all the time out. Run out the run. There was no passing, but it was good runs, good yards per carry, and pretty much milked the clock and got out of there with a win. So I was impressed with the O-line. I was impressed with the D-line. And I've been worried about the O-line during the offseason. I didn't think we made enough moves. I thought we brought in plenty of veterans, but they're not really good veterans. Tim Barnes, Brandon Fusco, but everybody seemed to look all right, I think, for the most part. Who I did have a problem with on the offense was Matt Barkley. He didn't look too hot to me. And, I'm almost wanting to say he's some hot garbage. But I'll give him a few more games. I do think C.J. Beathard is going to come in, and he's going to be the second quarterback against the Broncos. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen this Saturday night. And they'll push Barkley back. They got to give them all even reps. I would like to see what Beathard does with the twos. whoever that may be, you know. But I think what he did with what he worked with, the line that was protecting him, I think he was all right. I think he'll do better if he plays with the twos. And Barkley, you got to do better, man. I didn't like a lot of wild throws. He missed Vance McDonald on a touchdown. Wasn't really impressed with Barkley. Wasn't impressed with Rashard Robinson or Keith Breezer. Love Reuben Foster. Early in the game, he almost had a pick in the end zone. I think that's going to be our best player on the defense by the end of the season. The more he learns, the better he's going to get. I think that he's going to be good. I like the intensity. I like the tackling. Stand-up tackling. He made a good play. Played the ball in the end zone. Almost got that pick. I like what I saw from Reuben Foster. I love what I saw from him. And I think he's going to be the better pick out of the 2 first-round picks we had. Solomon Thomas, wasn't too crazy about the pick on draft day because I thought that he's a better pass rusher interior than he is on the outside. But he did come in and make an impact on the first play he came in, actually. And it led to the Rashard Robinson pick. That was good. I like that. Didn't do a whole lot more other than that, but, you know, it's his first game. Hopefully he does be better than what I thought when we drafted him. But I think Foster's the better pick out of those two. And if he doesn't live up to the expectation, you know what they're going to say. They picked Thomas first at 3. Foster fell all the way to 31. So how was he not better than Foster? Well, we'll see, but I don't think he's going to be quite as dynamic as Foster, but we'll see. I hope. Look, guys, follow me. YouTube, King of the Sip, KODS. Every week I'm talking about the 49ers. It's Sunday, fun day, and I'm enjoying it. I'm optimistic about the season. I do want to see more from the secondary. What's your take? What's your thoughts? Comment below. And I'll be back next week to talk about the Bronco game, and I'll let you know what I think, if we progressed any, or if we took some steps back and regressed. I don't know. We'll see. But I think the main purpose today of me making this video was lay off the offense. It was one game. It was 7 snaps. And we were vanilla. It was said that we were going to be vanilla. Shanahan is a smart dude. I don't think he's ready to come out and show any of his guns yet. You know, any of his weapons, I mean. The bullets are at home. He'll load the pistols up on September the 10th against Carolina, and we'll go from there. He may open that playbook up a little bit more, though, next week. We'll see. Hopefully he does. If he doesn't, But I just think there's nothing to worry about with the offense right now. The single high defense 4-3 scheme, do we have the players with the talent and skill set to run that defense that Robert Saleh is running? That's the main question. And Rashard Robinson's got some work to do, like I said. But look, I'm going to get out of here. Until the next time, 49er talk. San Francisco 49er talk all day. We red and gold till we dead and cold. See you next week.